12, Chancellor's reports. Chancellor Jackson?
Thank you very much. I am going to have the presidents make a short, brief comment, and we will have first Laney College, then we'll go to Merritt College, followed by College of Alameda, and last and certainly not least, and I also like for her to make some comments as this is her last board meeting, and congratulations to Dr. Angélica Garcia, the president at Berkeley City College. So Laney College first.
Good evening, Chancellor Jackson, President Delphine Polk, members of the board, and colleagues in education, as well as valued students and community members. I'd like to start off my report this evening by congratulating the graduates across our district, and certainly look forward to our commencement this Friday at 11 a.m. as stated by our Associated Students of Laney College president earlier. And just within your board report, the last couple of pages, you'll see a number of celebrations that have taken place to date. Most recently, the Saturday PA graduation that took place at Evergreen Baptist Church. That was just a wonderful ceremony. Also, within the board report, I've included a lot of great information to you about some wonderful things that have been happening with our curriculum and great work that's going to be moving forward thanks to $336,000 in grant funds secured by members of our CTE departments, as well as our math and sciences division. A lot of incredible things are going on, but something I would like to highlight is that Laney has become designated as a center of excellence for artificial intelligence and data analytics education. I've been with Laney College now, I'm finishing my 5th year. And when I was vice president, these two disciplines weren't even there. And I think that's something that's incredible. And you might be wondering about what it is to be a center of excellence. There are 9 in the state, and they are grant-funded centers that are part of the Workforce and Economic Development Division, and they're dedicated to studying California's regional economies. These centers of excellence, which Laney is going to become one, provide data on high growth, emerging, and economically critical industries and occupations. But more specifically, these centers produce reports and tools that provide a real-time picture of the labor market, where it is headed, and what programs and training are needed to meet future workforce demand. This critical research helps all community colleges tailor their programs to support the state's dynamic and competitive workforce. And on the student user side, students have access to career information that can inform the tools that they are using, such as our guided pathway maps at Laney College. And if you haven't had the chance, please go to our homepage, laney.edu. You'll see some silver balloons on the homepage, and that'll take you right to our guided pathways career maps. And I encourage you to see those, because there is some wonderful backwards planning that our students have access to for their careers. And on a more global scale, centers of excellence work can be applied to educational policy, faculty professional development, and work-based learning opportunities for students. Putting it very simply, centers of excellence such as Laney's are here to help everyone in our state. I'll go ahead and close my report for now by reporting that finally earlier this month, the Laney community suffered a loss with the passing of Emma Stallings, longtime employee of Laney and mother to our colleague in financial aid, Gwendolyn Stallings. I request that we adjourn tonight's meeting in her memory. And with that, I will conclude kind of the written comments of my report. But on a note of personal privilege, I would just like to wish the best of success to my colleague and friend, Dr. Angélica Garcia.
Good evening, Chancellor Jackson, President Delphine Polk, trustees, colleagues, and community. I want to begin by sharing, this may become a trend because it's the second report in a row, another success story from the ranks of our classified professional staff. We have a young lady, Miss Maria Valencia, who currently works in Office of Instruction and describes herself as a first-generation college student. Her story is reflective of many of the folks who come to community college. She shared with me that after many fits and starts, including a stint at Chabot College, she found her way to Merritt and found a staff and faculty that supported her, encouraged her, and pushed her toward her goals. So she graduated from Merritt with 2 degrees, one in behavioral science and an AAT in psychology. She didn't stop there. She left Merritt and transferred to Cal State East Bay, and she got her BA in psychology. But that's not why I'm sharing her story. 2 weeks ago, and this is while she was working full time, she earned her MSW from USC, which is very impressive. So we just want to congratulate her. And again, it's just a testament to what our classified professional staff members are doing, the skills that they have, the things that they can accomplish, and we want her her light to continue to shine. So speaking of that, I need to comment on 2 students, success of 2 students. Speaking of lights shining, and you all have kind of seen Brock Drazen's, he's been keeping you updated. Merritt track was on fire this year, just for the record. So we had 2 students, Kweku Owusu and Miss Isela Ochoa. So Kweku is the state champion, the CCCAA state champion in the 400 meters. And Isela is the state champion in the 100 meters hurdles. So kudos to them and their hard work. Finally, just to echo President Besikof, this is the season. So I want to thank our classified professional staff, our faculty, our administration, for everything they've done to help support our students. Despite everything we went through, we made sure that they got through. So I'm appreciative of that. And hopefully we remember, we're reminded of the work we do as we see the smiles and the tears and the hugs of the people going across the stage. And speaking of smiles, tears, and hugs, my girl, I just want to add my congratulations to Dr. Angélica Garcia.
Dear President Delphine Polk, Vice President Quidlen, Chancellor, colleagues, and community members, I'll keep it short. As we celebrate the end of another semester, we are reminded of the importance of family support, guidance. And for each of the graduates, there are so many others who support them, who guide them, who are there every single day. So it was really great yesterday to see so many family members support their students during the banquet for the scholars at COA. Our salutatorian, Octavian Yuen, who majored in computer science, during his address reminded everyone of how pandemic and the uncertainties did not stop him from graduating with an AA degree at age 16. And he had a lot of wisdom on him at age 16. Made sure to thank his family who was there next to him, his cousins, also his CIS professor, Anthony Villegas, who had supported him in an individualized way through independent studies and other support courses that have helped this young scholar. And the wisdom that he shared with everyone is that it doesn't matter how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get up. Failure is not the falling down, failure is the staying down. And failure, according to him, is not listening to the counselors when they tell you not to take 2 intercession courses. So, so many scholars, but another one that a group of scholars that I want to recognize that have been doing an excellent work at College of Alameda during the entire academic year are the recognition of the Associated Students of College of Alameda, President Nataya Myers, who is graduating, Vice President of Operations, Simeon Thompson, Vice President of Programming, Jay Ma, Treasurer, Marcus Silliman, and Senator Macarena Valenzuela. And I'll give special thanks to our Director of Student Life, Miss Natalie Rodriguez. And I was whispering today, I didn't know if Angélica will be here, but it's so good that I can sit here next to her for a last time, and you'll be missed.
Good evening, President Delphine Polk, trustees, Chancellor Jackson, colleagues, community members. I would like to begin by thanking our colleagues from throughout the district for their work in the amazing cultural graduate celebrations, of which many of you have participated. It's been a beautiful experience to celebrate graduates and their families, from the Lavender grad to AAPI grad, which was BCC's first time participating in that. And certainly as an Anna Peasy designated institution, that was phenomenal for BCC to join Laney College in that celebration. The Raíces graduation for the Latinx community, and certainly an honor to serve as a keynote. Had fun sharing with them. And this past weekend, as has already been shared, the African American graduate celebration. Really, I just want to convey my congratulations to all of the Peralta grads, to the classified professionals who support them, to the faculty who are certainly grading papers or something of the sort this evening. And I'm looking forward to commencement tomorrow. The second piece of news that I want to share is that on May 17th, the Berkeley City College Academic Senate passed a resolution honoring the life and work of David Powell. And I do have the resolution that was shared. And what I would like to point out specifically is I'm going to read a few of the whereases. Whereas David, following his retirement from a successful career in the tech industry, volunteered as a tutor in the college's Learning Resources Center and was soon discovered to have advanced degrees in applied math and data science, to qualify to teach mathematics at Berkeley City College. And whereas David joined BCC's math department as an adjunct professor in fall 2017, where he happily taught courses at any level, but specifically Math 13 statistics course. And whereas David became a champion of BCC's dual enrollment math courses at Oakland School of the Arts and Berkeley High School, while still teaching UC extension courses in artificial intelligence at Cal. And whereas David's generosity and his infectious joy of sharing the depths of his academic and career experience touched many people in our community. And whereas his warmth and genuine interest in what anyone had to say made many of his colleagues happy, eased tensions just upon smiling and saying hello, it generally put most in a good mood. Whereas David held a BA and MS in applied mathematics from UC Berkeley, and was working on a master's of public health at UC Berkeley with a focus on epidemiology and biostatistics at the time of his passing. And whereas David embodied the quintessential lifelong learner who engaged in an array of studies with boundless curiosity and joie d'apprendre, who despite his broad academic and professional accomplishments still approached his intellectual pursuits with openness, humility, he possessed the soul of a true scholar. We at BCC have lost a lot in future contributions from this man. So be it resolved that the Berkeley City College Academic Senate honors David Powell for his years of service to the college and surrounding community. And be it resolved that Berkeley City College Academic Senate pays tribute to his lasting legacy as an excellent professor, mentor, friend, and one of us. Wanted to share that because at the college roundtable yesterday, Academic Senate President Matt Freeman yielded his time for Department Chair Claudia to read that and to share. And what I want to share from a personal perspective is that David was a true champion of getting young scholars, especially young Black and Brown scholars, to see themselves in the sciences. And so it's a terrible loss for our broader community. And I know that our fellow colleagues here at Laney College also wanted to adjourn. So I don't know if it's possible to adjourn in the honor of two memories, but I hope that we could do that. And in closing, I want to thank Dr. Jackson, trustees, fellow presidents, and colleagues from throughout the district for just being remarkable partners during the past 3 years during my tenure as president of Berkeley City College. It is clear to me that colleagues and leaders throughout this district are committed to students, ground our work in equity, and that we are relentlessly focused on student success and completion. And this community district has left an imprint on my heart, on my educational journey. And to the BCC community, thank you for joining in all of the collaborative work that we've done over the 3 years. It feels like it's been 8. We've certainly weathered some severe waters together, from accreditation to FICMAT to equity and racial justice to leadership transitions. And I wouldn't trade a single minute of it. Not one, believe it or not. Yeah, maybe you would, but I wouldn't. And most recently, you're going to have the educational master plan for tonight, and that really has become this beacon of hope for what it means to pull institutional effectiveness the way that we have as a college community. And I just feel really honored to have been in that work. And so while there are too many people to thank, I would be remiss not to acknowledge my deep appreciation for my fellow president, colleagues, chancellors, cabinet folks, the Berkeley City College cabinet, which includes the vice presidents and deans and directors, Academic Senate President Matthew Freeman. We started on this presidential journey together, and that's been a fun ride. Classified Senate President Andrea Williams. It's been a pleasure to support our classified colleagues, and the stewards and representatives from Local 39, SEIU, and PFT. Have appreciated the discussions. I know that they've not always been happy with what I had to say or not say, but I have appreciated the opportunity for discourse. And so the best part of the 3 years, though, has been seeing our students succeed and thrive, from remote education to hybrid to coming back on campus, and now to all these celebrations. And so I look forward to BCC's commencement tomorrow at 11 a.m. And the bittersweet part is that it will be my last commencement with Berkeley City College, but it will be my first and only in-person commencement as the president of Berkeley City College. So it is going to be a real treat. And I'm not going to be very far. I'm going to be up the road, and I'm honored. I'm humbled to have been a part of this community, truly. So thank you all very, very much.
Thank you, all the presidents. I do want to say a couple of goodbyes. One student body president at BCC, Mazin Saeed, who already said goodbye and who traveled to Washington, D.C. With us this year, and just an amazing young man. We will see more of him later on. And then also, this is the graduation of our student trustee, Lisa Hogan. If you ever get the opportunity, Merritt's graduation is coming up. Talk to her. You need to know what her journey is. She represents the best of the best that we have here within our district of our students. Never complained, but has had a rough journey, but has overcome. So, Lisa, I will see you at the graduation. And then last but not least, President at BCC, Angélica Garcia. And my affiliation with Angélica goes back a long way when I was on an IEP team at Skyline College, and she was the vice president of student services there. Then I came in as the interim president. She was then there, and then she left in the middle of COVID. So I have seen her grow, and I will leave you with what I left the board with when I left, taking my next step out of the district. And they asked me to say a few words, and I said, Peralta is like New York City. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. So we are sending you off to Santa Rosa Junior College, and we know that you will be successful, and you can always reach back for assistance. We will always be here for you. You will never leave the Peralta family. I'm a living example of that. Thank you, board.
Thank you all, and thank you, Angélica, Garcia, for your service to our district and to our students. It's been a pleasure to work with you just on a personal level for the last several years. Okay, let's go ahead and move to presentation. 4.1, second reading and approval of